Welcome back to the channel. A lot to unpack, a lot to talk about this week. Now, want to take an opportunity to have a conversation about what is happening in the condo space at a really high level. For most Canadians, they understand, especially here in the GTA, there is a significant issue, lots of cracks in the condo space right now in Toronto. But ultimately, there are some good and bad things that come out of this, and I want to take an opportunity and explain it this week. Once again, welcome back to the channel. If you have not yet subscribed, we do invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to leave your thoughts, questions, and concerns in that comments section below. Share and like the video. Let's get this content out to as many Canadians as possible. But now let's get into the conversation. So over the last couple weeks, last couple months, we've been dealing with a lot of our first-time home buyers, a lot of individuals that have obviously, maybe changed careers, have gotten a better position within that company, and we're renting parents that are willing to potentially help their children get into home ownership. A lot of individuals right now that are entering school, graduation season, they graduate high school, and now they might be looking at going to school in downtown Toronto or in areas across the province, across the country where, condos are the choice, right? Is the prevalent choice. It's the cheapest barrier to entry for a lot of people that don't want to pay rent. And what we have been hearing from a lot of our clients as we have been going through a lot of purchases or offers with condos is this sentiment right now. I mean, a lot of parents wanted to buy condos for their kids as an additional piece of retirement or a sort of act for their children to sort of set them up for the future. Now, once again, this is a conversation about those who have the ability to do that. If you're a first-time home buyer just trying to get into the market right now, ultimately you're facing your own set of challenges. There's no lying about that, right? This is the affordability crisis. But for a lot of these people that we're talking to, right? And once again, we're not conveying the message or condoning, hey, now is the time to go out there and buy a condo, because we don't know if in reality, if there's going to be a upside or downside. A lot of people are saying, hey, there's still a lot of possibility that condo prices can drop another 5, 10, 15%. I mean, here's the reality, right? They're not building these condos anymore. What you're seeing being completed is what was already assigned to be completed. Developers are not fighting over lines at the municipality to get their permits ready for the next project. That's just not happening anymore. So ultimately, some people are weighing out, hey, is this the bottom? Is it not the bottom? I'm not here to tell you where the bottom is. That's entirely up to you. But you're looking at your situation right now saying, hey, I was willing to pay, I have a lot of clients that were willing to pay a lot more for a condo a few short years ago and get a smaller space. And now for the same price, they're able to get a much larger condo that fits their needs. A lot of downsizers, a lot of people that are looking at the condo space right now maybe have looked to sell their homes. We're working with a lot of people right now that are potentially looking to right size, right? They're saying, hey, I know the market's down, but this is when the market works for them, right? It's a couple years ago, they weren't ready to retire. Now they're closer to retirement, or they are retiring. Now they're looking to take that money, buy something so that they can travel 6 months out of the year and just turn the key, walk away, and everything's taken care of. No lawn, no snow, no anything like that, right? So this is literally the conversation right now. Now, although the condo market right now seems to be fraying, and talking about our clients that are investors right now. So if you're an investor watching this video saying, what's in it for me here, you have to understand something. We're dealing with a lot of clients right now that bought these pre-construction condos back when the market was really excited. It was, really, really running up, right? We saw that FOMO. People were paying 15, 16, in some cases, if not more, per square foot. And in reality, what you need to know is that condos are not selling anywhere close to that right now. So, appraisals aren't coming in. Investors are having to come out of pocket and trying to figure out ways. So I guess the good and the bad is, and ultimately it said, like, it's good for people that are looking to get into the housing market for the first time. I'm not saying that now's the time, but keep an eye on it, right? Patience will be rewarded, right? But for those who bought these units with the speculation, it's really not good. And we're dealing with both sides of the equation where someone's able to pick it up. A lot of investors trying to reassign these places, just no bites, especially at that price. They're having to drop the price on that particular new construction condo in order to get even a showing. because there's so much inventory. I think right now, and don't quote me on it, I think we're over 5 months of inventory in the condo space. That's not in the single family townhouse space, but in the condo space, it's at 5 months and growing. If you think about it, where a while back, we were not even close to that. Right? It was maybe, you're looking at a couple weeks, if not a couple days of inventory. Condos were selling. A lot of the reason why that happened is, and rents are coming down, right? So rents have obviously moderated a bit now as Canada has sort of pulled back on the immigration, those numbers, arguably. But ultimately, rent has pulled back. I mean, it's moderating. That means a lot of investors that were planning on having a higher rent in order to carry property, and they were not carrying a positive cash flow by any stretch of the imagination. Any condo you bought at plus $1,200-$1,300 a square foot with 20% down was not going to be cash flowing at all. You'd have to put down a significant amount of capital, a lot of down payment to even get that thing close to cash flowing, especially when you think of the property taxes, the maintenance fees, if you're having a property management company, the insurance, all that stuff that gets added into that property. A lot of people are just not willing to carry that forward, especially investors right now. So there's one side of the equation is you have the guys that bought these units, and then you have the first-time home buyers, the patient waiters that have been on the sidelines or that are coming into this opportunity right now. I mean, this is ultimately a opportunity right now for some people. And I'm not saying, look, once again, don't hammer me in the comments. I'm not saying to you as an individual, you need to go out there and buy a property now because it's going to be too late. That's not the case. There might be a lot of downside ahead, but some people, don't know how to time the market. When is the right time? And by the time that market hits the bottom, are you going to have a lot of time to rebound? Probably. But are you looking at this opportunity now? Hey, you're starting school in the next little while downtown at a university. You have some roommates. Hey, you're looking to downsize. Can you afford to wait? I mean, that is literally the question that we're seeing right now, especially with buyers right now that are looking into this particular opportunity that have the time. I mean, this is really the case right now. One thing that's come out of all of this, and for those of buyers that are maybe new to the market, you're watching this for the first time, welcome to the channel if you haven't subscribed. But most importantly is that you're able to put a condition. You're able to put a condition of home inspection, lawyer review, status certificate, that's standard. But ultimately, looking at all the opportunities to get that mortgage, that house appraised. You're having time. You're having the ability to enter all these clauses and take your time. Before, a long time ago, you didn't have these options. And once again, as many people will tell you, the market can shift. I don't think this market is going to shift overnight by no stretch of the imagination. I think that's going to happen. I think this is literally an opportunity right now for those that are thinking about it. Now, last thing I'll say on that front is if you're an investor, just sort of a little bit of advice since we're talking about these condos and those that maybe have bought it, maybe you're watching. How do you close on these condos? Obviously, speak to a mortgage professional. Make sure that you're talking to somebody that has access to not only multiple lenders, but different insights. Number one. Number two is understanding if you own a home, if there's equity in that home, is there ability to pull it out? And understanding before, and this is super, super important. I've had a lot of clients that come to me and say, Anth, I went to my bank, they refinanced me. They said, yeah, no problem. To take out the money to go close on the next property, but they didn't qualify. So they went through this whole process to go refinance their home, and somebody told them that they were able to do it. As soon as they pulled out that money, it was going to be fantastic, and they were able to close on their side, and they didn't. They paid a penalty to get out of their mortgage. Just a complete nightmare. And once again, false promises, lies. Be careful who you work with. Understand that when we go through the process, if you're going to do a refinance to close on a rental property or an investment property, you're running them simultaneously. You're looking at these two applications in conjunction, or basically together, to make sure that they work. That's super important. So if you have any questions, obviously, if you know anyone that could benefit from watching this video, feel free to share the video. Make sure to leave those thoughts, questions, and comments. Are you in the situation right now? You're looking to buy? Are you an investor that's having this difficulty closing or finding a buyer for your unit? Let me know in the comment section below. But until next week, thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.